Stay off the tracks. If you don't want to get hit, Zach.
Did you see how pumped up Gio was after he scored that goal last night?
Yeah, dude. Did you? The crowd was unbelievable.
It was crazy. It was crazy good.
That was fun to watch. Okay, I have to do the comments separate again, guys. Hello, boys. Lindsay's on. Sea of Therapy's on. Okay, let me get my banners. I gotta get my banners. Okay, it's another episode of What's Hot, What's Not. Let's get her started. Teeman Toverton says what's up.
Good day, Teeman. How's it going?
Yeah, believes on, Flames fans on, Splits Designs. Tree Living says, hey, you people. Okay.
Is that the actual Brad Tree Living he's watching?
Brad, is that actually you? You watch, right? I'm sure he does. Okay, let's get her going. What's hot? What's not? Let's get her started. You don't even know what's happening. I'm totally throwing it out there. Ripper says, hey, guys, another year. Zebulon is the greatest athlete that's ever lived. Thank you, Teeman. Katie says, oh, hey.
Man, oh, man.
How great is Lord Zebulon looking?
Holy smokes. Like, that is like, okay, when's the last time you saw a goal like that from a Calgary Flame? That would just was like, holy shit.
That's some Jerome shit.
That was some Jerome McGinley. Like, it reminded me of his shorthanded breakaway goal in the Cup Finals, where like he shoots and Javi Whelan stops it and he gets the rebound and puts it in. And it was just nuts. Yeah. That was like that shit. Or the one against San Jose where he's just like, that was crazy. That's the best goal I've seen in like 5-6 years, easily. Like, I can't even think the next best one in terms of an individual effort. I don't even know. I can't think off the top of my head. Shorthanded after he just blocked. Like, did you see what he did to John Carlson? John Carlson is a big boy and really good. And he just like totally, like Johnny said, made him go back to the gym. Just made him his bitch. It was awesome.
That was awesome, eh? I don't know if everybody saw that that's watching, but I guess that was today, eh? Or was it post game?
It was post game.
Post game, they're asking Johnny to describe Lindholm's goal, and so he says, "Yeah, he, did this, did that," and then he sent the guy back to the gym. It's fucking awesome.
It's kind of
Lindsay
sad.
Says Lindholm is hot. Now, hot as in he's playing well, or hot?
Both.
Kachuk Nashville between the legs, says Teeman.
Yeah, but like that one was it was different though, right? Because that just happened. It was like, whoa. The Lindholm thing was just like a sequence of events. Like, when there's just like a goal where you're watching, you're like, holy fuck, what is he? Oh, fuck. Whoa, it's in. It was like, those happen very rarely if you're a Flames fan.
DHX Leach says, miss when Sean Monahan was our leading goal guy. Oh.
Well, in fairness, and I think we'll get to Monahan, but we can talk about him now. Like, he's getting up to speed. It's sure taking a long time. It's sure taking a long time, though.
I'm not saying he's not, but you think he is getting up to speed?
I don't think he is. I'm hoping.
Okay.
I'm assuming, because if this is what we're gonna see, then that's a big problem.
All right, so this we're trying to do this weekly. We'll see how it goes. What's hot, what's not. It's an opportunity for us to chat Flames and for you guys to jump in, join the chat. We can all talk Flames. So let's get her going. We're changing the structure. Mikey doesn't know what order things are coming. He doesn't even know what all the ones are.
I feel like I'm on a game show or some shit.
And we're not ranking them. We're just saying it's hot or it's not. We got 3 of each, though. What's not hot is the current competition of who's worse. Val Mackey or Zadorov, because before last game, everybody's pretty excited about Sutter's decision to bench Zadorov, and then that was the main theme halfway through the game. Everybody's like, "Oh, I guess Zadorov is coming back in the lineup because Val Mackey stinks."
Was it halfway through the game, or was it like 5 minutes into the game? So the first play he made was that turnover to Kuznetsov, who rang it off the post.
And we're sitting there saying, If that was Oliver Shillington, he'd be shunned for 20 games at least. You wouldn't see him. So
Yeah. That was a rough period for Valimaki. And like he kept getting like run over. His coverage was bad. Yeah, he did not look good.
Lindholm could get 40 goals, which is nuts, says Tiemann. Yeah, he could.
Dude, he's playing with Johnny Gaudreau, right?
If he's playing with Johnny, he could do it. And Kachuk?
Oh, yeah, he can totally do it.
Yes, we wait every year for Monty to get the speed, though, says Ripper. Good point. I know a lot of people that are they're done. Like, they've thrown in the towel for him and are pretty upset about it. But I don't know. What would you say the chances are that Sean Monahan makes any sort of resurgence this season? I'm going to do a poll, actually. I was thinking about this. I'm going to do a poll after this. How many goals will Sean Monahan score this season? Will he score 20?
This playing with Lucic and Lewis, no. I don't know where I'm at with him because, like, I have bigger gripes with other guys so far. It's just he hasn't been bad, but he doesn't have a point yet. So you can't not be concerned, right? It's like I think he's been what have they played 4 games, 5 games, 4 games?
Yeah.
And he's been fine, but not what he needs to be. I think would be a fair assessment. Because, I mean, 5-on-5, he's been okay, and he's been playing with Lucic and Lewis in a reduced role. So, I don't know. What does he have, like 2 scoring chances, though? So,
if you want to sit here and make an argument for Monahan, you could say that, I don't know, the latest things that has come out that he was injured in Game 6 and his hip was locking on the faceoffs.
Yeah.
If you want to make an argument that Sean Monahan could have a resurgence, but then the thing is like, I guess, he has to be healthy because even if he's not, we're not going to know about it until the end of the season, right? He's got to be healthy. And how much time, though? If he's healthy, how much runway is it going to take him to get back up to game speed? Because Coach Sutter's even said it after, 2-3 games? He's like, Sean needs to get up to speed.
Well, you know what? We discussed this, and it was like, is it really that, like, preposterous for Sean Monahan to be converted into a winger at this point? Like, is that so out of the realm of possibility?
If he's asked as centerman, I mean, what other options do you have?
Because, like, okay, you watched that line the other night with Dubé down the middle, and you like what Dubé brings down the middle. They got crushed, though. They had a rough game. Dubé, Mangiapane, and Richie. Like, come on, you put Sean Monahan in Richie's spot, you're not going to be, like, a little bit better, right? He doesn't have to skate as much, which is a problem. Doesn't have to take draws, which is usually a problem, especially if his hip is, maybe it's not fully healed or whatever. Doesn't have to take draws. Doesn't have to skate as much all over the ice, tracking pucks down. Just way less responsibility.
Doesn't have to battle as much in his own end.
Yeah, so I think that I don't think it's a perfect solution, but that's like all I can come up with is like, because I think, you know what, the thing is, Monahan is like, they're still trying to do this, which is like make him into this 2-way centerman who like plays good 5-on-5. It's like he's not that. We talked about this on the show last week. Is like what he really is Phil Kessel, a guy who sucks 5-on-5. He's not going to be good. If you're going to put him out 5-on-5 and depend on him to be a play driver, you're going to have middling results at best, most likely. So if you use him as like Phil Kessel, right? Because look at Phil Kessel. His underlying numbers suck. His 5-on-5 impact sucks. Pretty much his impact on the ice sucks, but he scores goals. He scored 20 goals last year. As like, how old is he? 34 in Arizona. He scored 20 and 56. That's that's what you should be utilizing Sean Monahan as. He's Phil Kessel. He's there to score goals. He's there to score goals. That's it. That's his role. It's limited to scoring goals on the power play, mostly.
Am I the only one that thinks it looks super awkward when he's involved in anything physically?
Has he been involved in anything physically other than Zach Kassian?
There's like a few times he'll throw a body check or like a cross check or something like that, and it's just like I wince. I'm like, oh, is his hip gonna break? And I'm not saying that to be a dick. Like I literally, when he gets involved physically, it just looks awkward to me.
Yeah, he's fragile right now.
Katie says, what's hot? Our first period, what's not? The rest of the game, except for overtime. What's hot? Those 2 periods. What's not hot? No superior, says Lindsay. Zadorov and Gabranson might actually be the slowest D pairing of all time, says Tiemann. But how good has Gabranson been?
He's been good. I mean, he wasn't great against Washington, but he did what you needed him to do.
Post Cologne says Lindholm deserves the C. So, what's your take on this Valimaki and Zadorov situation? Who's worse right now?
I think Zadorov is still worse. He was absolutely dog shit in pretty much every shift he played in the first 2, 3, 4 games of the season. So Valimaki's been okay, and his errors are always going to be on display way more so than a guy who's a veteran. Like, I mean, look, okay, Valimaki had some bad turnovers. Remember the turnovers Zadorov had behind the net against Anaheim?
Yeah,
where he just like for some reason he's behind the goal line and he is his ass is facing the front of the net and his face is towards the glass with like nobody around him, and he sends a blind pass right up the gut. So Zadorov's been terrible.
And the Yetzi Puliarvi pinch, my God, that was terrible.
Oh, that might be the worst play of the last 5 years. That's some Anders Eriksson shit.
This is not hot. We came in this season all talking about it. Your D needs to be good. They got to fill some big shoes with Mark Giordano out, and you're hoping you're going to see a lot more from Valimaki as the season rolls on, and you're hoping you're going to see more from Zadorov, the guy you're paying $4 million for.
Dude, it's almost it's funny and horrible at the same time, where it's like, okay, the guy Brad Treliving went out and said, he's gonna help eat up and replace some of the minutes that we lost from Gio. We're gonna give him $375 for some reason, which makes no sense, and we have a 3rd-round pick for him. He's our big acquisition on the back end to slot into our top 4, and he fucking sucks, and he's in the press box in game 4. Whew, not a good look, Brad.
Yeah, not hot is what it is. Monahan barely gets a shot a game despite being on power play unit. PP1.
Yeah, but what's he supposed? I don't blame him for the power play issue.
What is this role? They got that's the weirdest allocation of a natural goal scorer I've ever seen in my life. Just stay in the very high slot. You'll get the random 1-2 pass. You got to pass it away right away though. That's all you're going to be useful for, Sean.
Yeah, we're just going to have you be a pylon there, bud. All good. You just work as a distraction for the other guys. Go in there, skate around a bit, distract the other team. Ridiculous.
Ripper says he knows Sean was hurt last year. Give him to Christmas, he says. He might need to Christmas.
Dude, he might need till next Christmas at this rate.
Uber Cool tweets, says Zadorov's an AHL D-man.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Where can you put him? Can you not play him in the 3rd pairing? Hopefully you wouldn't be paying so much for him, but is there a role for him in the 3rd pairing that makes sense for this team?
I mean, I guess. Like, he was brought to be a physical presence. He was brought to be a guy you can throw out there against, high cycle teams who like to work the puck around the boards. Yes, he's been really bad at that, so I don't know. If he's on a 3rd pairing and his partner's not Gabranson, then I think there's a spot for him, but it seems very unlikely that his partner would not be a right-handed shot defenseman. So unless he's playing in Shillington's spot with Tanev, which is probably the best spot for him, he's probably going to filter in and out of that pairing. That would be my guess.
How or why does Gabranson look? How is he playing today? What is he doing?
Well, he's playing in a Daryl Sutter system, number one. I think that helps. I didn't look at his zone starts and stuff from last game, but I mean, for the first 3 games of the season, heavily utilized in the offensive zone. He's played some sheltered minutes, which is where he should be. So I think that's how.
Okay. Can he keep it up?
I would say probably not. For 82, no. As a 6'7" D-man who's in the lineup 42, 50, 60 games, maybe.
So then couldn't you make the same argument for Zadorov? Could he not, if he was playing in a sheltered role the way Gabranson did, could he not be better?
You'd think so, but then who is his partner and who is he going to play with in that shelter role? Because Daryl likes the pairs. He likes righty-lefty. So do you take Gabranson out when you put Zadorov in? Or do you risk putting him with Gabranson and going Zadorov, Gabranson, and like Steven said, have the slowest two guys in the entire league out on the ice at the same time? I don't know.
Do you think Val Mackey will pull it together here?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
As long as he's not banished forever.
Yeah, he needs to shave that awful beard, though, whatever he's got going. He's got some questions. He's got some Connor McDavid neckbeard shit going on.
Who gets fired first, Dubas or Brad?
Probably Dubas, to be perfectly honest. At this rate,
Mr. Heat Hand West wants to know.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
The Flames will die. The Flames will ride and die with Brad, dude.
They've had so much regular season success. They're not going to fire Dubas this soon. No way.
It's Toronto, man. They need blood.
It's true, eh? All right. Coleman's ice time needs to get fixed. We'll bring that up soon and put him on PP2 for fuck's sakes. Absolutely.
Holy shit, yes.
Now, says Flames report, we need a goal scorer Lucic on PP2 instead of Coleman.
Holy shit, I swear to God, I texted you, right? I was like, what the fuck is Lucic still doing out there? And then they score because he's in front of the net and doing what shit. I was like, shit. That stupid Mangiapane power play goal earned Lucic like another 3 weeks on that power play unit.
Yeah. Oh, see, real effective to have that giant body in front doing
that net front presence. Don't do it on another power play though. We don't want that on power play one at all.
Nathan says Pelche is lighting it up in the A right now. I haven't been keeping tabs. Have you?
The only thing I've been watching is Dustin Wolf.
Nathan, throw some stats, games, goals, points. Let us know what's going on. Lindsay says put Mangiapane on PP1. Okay, let's get to a hot category. We've covered not hot. Let's get the hot. Actually playing your backup.
What a concept.
And it worked. I was not expecting Markstrom wouldn't get the start against Washington, but man, do I love to see it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting either because Daryl Sutter, he likes to ride his guy and coming off a shutout, just seemed conventional wisdom. I was stoked though, because that's like we've been talking about this forever. You can't screw around with this. You can't pull but we need to win. It's like you have to play the backup goalie regardless because you can't run Markstrom down this year. And he was fine. You got the win. When's the last time the Flames won with their backup in an afternoon game against Washington? Probably never.
Probably has never ever happened.
So keep it up. Keep it up. It was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, he I don't know. Do you want to talk? Like, were you okay with the 3 goals he allows? None of those are really his fault.
No, I was totally fine with them.
I mean, you have the third goal. Start there. You have the best goal scorer in
NHL not history. Stopping it.
And Rasmus Andersson decides to pivot away from Ovechkin. No, let's give him the lane.
He likes to do that, eh? He loves giving those lanes right to the net. And the second goal, bad read by Shillington. I didn't have any issue with Vladar at all. Like he's a backup. That's about as good as you can expect from him.
Yeah, how nice is it though to see him that early? Was that game 4?
See him in game 4 and see him win. Like when's the last time that happened? It's like remember in the year before last, Riddick played like 700 games in a row. It was like Christmas. Is like we haven't seen Cam Talbot yet. It's like what the shit is going on?
See, Red Therapy says I need to see Coleman on the PP. Absolutely, in the top 6. Absolutely, don't understand. 17 should not be playing over Coleman in the power play.
Well, even Dubé too. Like,
yeah. Tiemann says 7 points in 4 games for Pelche.
Whew. Earning that call up, is he?
Earning it. So the cool thing about this too is that if you're like we were talking about this in the last podcast, you got this 5-game road trip. Markstrom is what? We thought he was going to see 4 out of 5. Now you have back coming up.
Yeah.
So they're almost going to split the road trip. I mean, that's great.
Well, and I also wanted to talk about Francis questioning Daryl about why Markstrom wasn't starting, and Daryl just like, fuck. He's already had his shit. Francis is like, oh, why did you start Vladar? They lost the last time we played Washington. They lost. What are you doing?
Don't you know the last time he was like 7-1 or something?
And Daryl's like, I'm sure in all your reading you checked that Markstrom doesn't have a very good record against Washington. It was great.
Okay. Back to hot. Another hot here for you. You get back-to-back wins. And did Daryl Sutter jerk himself off in the postgame? No. He tells you this team has a long way to go still. There's still a giant process for them to go through to where they need to get to. You saw the mental lapse in the second period.
Again.
But how refreshing is it to have Daryl Sutter on the podium? Whenever I hear him speak, his analysis of this team just like gets me excited.
Well, and it reinforces the dumb shit these players have been through before. Because, right, like normally after a game like that, they'd say, what happened in the second period? You guys completely shit the bed, fell asleep. Again, this seems to be a pattern, and you'd hear dumb, whether it's Ward or Peters or who was the last one, Gulletson, and all their dumb trust the process bullshit. They'd be like, well, yeah, ups and downs. But the positive thing is we won, and we pulled it together, and we really battled. And it's just all part of the process. Pat everybody on the back. It's like Daryl's like, no, it was terrible.
I think that's part of the reason why we get a knack for being a negative podcast is because no one ever fucking says negative things about the team. So we want to. We have to. You don't get it when you turn the fucking radio. You lose 7-1. Turn the radio the next day. Oh, the positives about it, though. The positives, guys.
No, if you take away the positives of that game,
let's just talk about how bad they were, for fuck's sakes.
So yeah, Daryl holding, like, I thought that was a good astute statement, right? Because we're always like, here we go again, and Daryl was the same. He was like, yeah, these guys do this all the time. They got a lot to learn.
Like he's basically saying it's not good enough. You're not gonna.
And it wasn't good enough. That is the second period where they have totally dipped. Like, and dipped hard. The scoring chances, I think, high danger scoring chances were 5-0 for Washington. Oh, and they also scored 25 goals and tied the game that you had a 3-0 lead in. So
we were going through something similar last season. I remember putting a poll on Twitter. It's just like, what's worse to watch, this team with the lead or without the lead?
Yeah,
and it's pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
Now I kind of feel like what Sutter is talking about is over time throughout the season. What you're going to see is when this team starts getting leads. I have a feeling where they're going to learn how to lock it down.
Well, and you saw it in the third period, I think, in the Detroit game and to a lesser extent against Washington. Like in the Detroit game, they were terrible in the second, but it was Detroit and they couldn't score. And then the Flames locked it down in the third pretty hard and played a pretty low event brand of hockey. You kind of saw that against Washington too. You kind of like to see them push the pace a little bit, but I mean, like, that was about as low event as it get, and I think the Flames outchanced them to a pretty large degree. Like 9-3, I think, were scoring chances, 0 or 1 high danger chance for each team in the third period. So, and I thought there was a couple shifts where you really saw how good Blake Coleman's going to be for this team in third periods. He didn't play enough, but there was a few shifts when he and Backlund were out there. And it was like, that's the kind of shifts Daryl Sutter dreams about when he's at home on the farm having hockey dreams. He's just like dreaming of a perfect Blake Coleman shift. And you saw a few of those from Blake Coleman in the third period, where it's like late in the game, you just need a really good shift, and Coleman jumps over the boards and gives you exactly what you need.
Dream. Lindsay says it's amazing when you play your backup. Lindsay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how head over heels are you for Vladar so far? I know he's got big shoes to fill, but let us know where you're at. Jihad says, would you guys say Vlad is more solid than Riddick? Well, Lindsay's on, so we can't say that outright.
I don't know. I think Riddick is actually a really good kind of like benchmark comparable for Vladar, don't you? Like,
yeah.
similar kind of
Too early
story.
to tell.
Yeah.
With a small sample size, it seems like he is.
And I mean, would it be? I don't think being just around the David Riddick level as a career projection would be like a perfect projection for Dan Vladar, because you forget how good and serviceable Riddick was as a backup in his first year behind Mike Smith. He was great until he had to play too much and lost track of it. But I mean, David Riddick was a great 1B, probably a great backup for 3 years here. So I think that's a perfect projection and hopeful for what Vladar can become.
Man, the goaltending here has been so weird. Like,
No,
remember when Riddick? What's the percentage of games when Riddick was the starter where the team just absolutely didn't show up at all?
it was like 90%.
And in those games, just like, holy fuck, we lost 2-0, but Riddick was unbelievable.
Well, how many were there even just last year? Exactly. Against like the Leafs, like every game they played the Leafs.
The Senators. Fuck.
Yeah, like the Toronto Maple Leafs would outshoot the Flames like 50-10. The Flames would win because Riddick got a shutout and played like a madman, and then you got dumbass Jeff Ward coming on going, "Whoa, we played great, guys! It was great. Our season's totally turned around." Next game, lose 7-3 to Ottawa.
We just got to keep it going. You got outchanced 50-10 in 2 games against Toronto. We're going to turn it around, Jeff. Teeman says also Jack Beck has 7 goals in 7 games.
Yeah, I heard that.
6th round, he's performing great in the O.
I heard that about Jack Beck.
Teeman, what team in the O?
Teeman, I don't even know. That's how nondescript he is.
All right, Nathan's got some stellar stats. Pelche, 5 points in 4 games played, 2 goals, 3 assists, top 10 in AHL rookies currently.
Hells yeah, I love
Is
Pelche.
Dustin Wolf playing? I don't even fucking
follow. Oh yeah, he's been awesome, dude.
Yeah, Wolfie boy.
Wolfie boy. I think he's like 927 saves, 4 or he's looking good. 2-0-1, 951 save percentage for old Wolfie.
Nice. Henry puts this accurately. Vladdy is positionally sound.
Yeah, totally.
I would say so. He just covers net.
Yeah, he looked good.
Okay, Ripper's got a movie idea for us. Let us know if it's inappropriate. DM me.
Great.
Okay, let's get to the next hot. This is 3 hots in a row. What do you think of Johnny's new Monty, everybody?
Sad Monahan.
It's official. Johnny has a new Monty.
Poor Sean.
There's no way Sutter can split these 2 up again.
And you know what? This is the stupidest thing ever, because we whined about this a lot over the offseason. It was like, and even Gaudreau came on, right? Like at the beginning, he had his press conference, his preseason presser, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it'd be nice to play with, we had Lindholm there for a while." I was like, yeah, you had Lindholm and you scored 100 fucking points and he scored a career high, and then they just decided, yeah, let's split those guys up for some reason. What are you doing? They come out in 2018, 2019, they'll light the world on fire, and then they get split up. Oh, okay.
Sounds like something the Calgary Flames are.
Hey, Johnny, you know what we're going to do? I know you like playing with Elias Lindholm, and you guys play all your numbers together are better than apart. But hear me out. Brett Ritchie, Dom Simon. What do you think about that? Lindholm's going to go play. Lindholm's going to go play like with Dubé for some reason, and you're never going to play with him ever again. How's that sound? Like, if this is so stupid, they were apart for so long.
I think Flames management has watched too many Seinfeld episodes and started doing the opposite. Right? The opposite episode.
That's what Brad did after 2018, 2019, right? He's like, totally do the opposite
of what worked. See
chicken tuna salad on rye, untoasted. But yeah, they look great together. And
okay, so this is higher than I expected, Lindsay. Lindsay said at the beginning of the game it was 7 out of 10, and then he had the Vladar had a smirk at Ovi. Oh yeah, that was a neat hit. It was more like Ovi was smirking at. What was that all about? Was it just 2 Russians or?
They're Russian? No, he's Czech. I don't know. Ovi was chirping him and shit, I guess, saying he's going glove side. He's going glove side.
Ovi shot it right at his chest, so maybe that's what it was.
I
Yeah,
love
that was
Obi,
cool,
by the
Lindsay.
way.
I don't know why I thought it was Russian, but check. He's check for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Lindsay says he may get up there. Dave is still his main guy. Yeah, hard to fall out of love with Dave. Seriously. Okay, Teeman says he's on the 67s. All right.
Ottawa, yeah.
Not hot. Can you guys guess? What is something that is absolutely not hot right now on this team? The PP is poo-poo.
Nice one.
Tell me your thoughts on the PP, Michael.
It is a steaming hot pile of dog shit, and we briefly touched on it with poor Sean Monahan, right? Like, I don't know, and they're like starting with the second unit now because like that top unit is so ineffective. I just don't understand what the strategy is because it seems to me that it is the same old Jeff Ward power play that we've seen for the past 3 years drive us insane.
It's unbelievable. I mean, watch the highlights on any given fucking night. Watch NHL highlights whenever there's a power play goal. I would say 85% of all power play goals are cross ice passes, one-timers back of the net or cross crease.
Did you watch the Oilers? Did you watch
that?
the Oilers game? Have you seen, like, honest question? When's the last time you saw anyone, Johnny Gaudreau, one of the best playmakers in the world, make a cross seam pass on the power play to a person in a one-time position and not even go in? I haven't even seen it attempted.
Nope, probably Versteeg days. Go back that far. Gulletson, was he doing the same thing? He had one-timers.
Yeah, but not really. Nobody really one-timed it. It was mostly just Gio blasting it from the point.
I'm blasting it.
So, and I mean, that's what the Flames used to really rely on, especially after Sutter took over last year, was the Gio spam it, try for tips, try for rebounds. But man, it would be nice to see a goddamn one-timer, like one time. Like, I can't fathom how they don't try anything other than Dum going between his stupid legs. They try for a tip. Like, I can't believe that. Okay, this is your strategy. Johnny Gaudreau, the best playmaker, one of the best playmakers in the NHL. He's shooting half clappers from like the blue line, and you're hoping for a tip or a rebound on a half clapper from Johnny Gaudreau's 50 flex junior stick. That's your strategy. What are you doing? Are you frozen there? I hope so, because otherwise that's really creepy. Jordan's frozen. I don't know if I'm on. All right, it's just me now, guys. Anyways, maybe Jordan will jump back on, but it looks like he got frozen. I can't see your comments because Jordan's got the Twitter open, so I'll just keep ranting about how much I hate the power play. Yeah, okay, Jordan's coming back in 1 second. I mean, am I alone in this? Is this not the stupidest power play setup you've ever seen? And I mean, I don't know. I haven't picked up on many differences from the Kirk Muller power play, which we were warned about, by the way. Remember, all the Montreal fans were like, "Holy shit, your power play is going to suck." And I mean, I've noticed a few different things. Muller seems to want the guys being a little more creative with the entries and shit. But I mean, that was never really the Flames' problem on the power play, in my opinion. They have Johnny Gaudreau. He has no problem entering the zone. All that I'm noticing is just shots. No quality, lots of volume. And that really bugs the shit out of me when you have, like, you look at that top power play unit. When you have the skill like that of Kachuk, Gaudreau, Lindholm, and you're not putting them in positions to have high quality shots, what's even the point? Like, what's the most dangerous shot the Flames have on their power play right now? I guess like Lindholm doing the thing where he swoops in and just snipes it. That's the best option they have. Or they get a rebound or hope for a tip. Like you saw the Mangiapane goal. So like nothing they're doing is dangerous in any way. And I just don't know like why they don't okay, switch Johnny and Lindholm and have Johnny feed Lindholm one-timers. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. And then we touched on it briefly, but I mean, poor Sean Monahan. What is he supposed to do? Like, you feel bad for him. Like, I know he hasn't been very good, but like the dude who is probably the best shooter, hey, you're back.
Back.
You froze him out. I wasn't sure if you were giving me like a demonic death stare or what was going on. It was creepy.
My internet cuts out, so.
Anyways, I was just ranting about
that it's still going on.
Yeah, me too. I'm just ranting about how I feel so bad for not even feel bad, but I'm frustrated with how they're using Monahan on the power play. Dude just floats. Like, what is his job? To be like a bumper between Lindholm and Rasmus Anderson?
It's a complete waste. Utilization.
Like, what is he honestly? What does Sean Monahan do on that power play?
Absolutely nothing. And I guess he's been a little bit better on the draws, but
if the power play, if the Kirk Muller power play works as it's supposed to work, which I don't know how it's supposed to work because I haven't seen it work other than on broken plays. What in a perfect world, if Kirk Muller was like, "Hey, Monahan, get the puck to him and we're going to score," what would that play even look like on the Flames power play currently? I don't fucking know. No clue. I have no clue what play Kirk Muller has drawn up where the puck ends up on Sean Monahan's stick and he scores a goal off of a high danger scoring chance on the power play.
Nathan says, can you imagine if we had Connor Garland on this team?
Holy shit, dude.
Garland, Coleman, and Mangiapane. Those guys are all like the exact same players.
Why didn't dude, Garland is everything you'd want in a Daryl Sutter Flames player with Brad Living's bullshit about how he loves guys who compete and shit. Like that goal he scored, number one. And then do you see him stare the fan down afterwards?
No.
Dude goes to the bench, and I guess this fan was like chirping him all game. He dead just stares him down for like 5 minutes. It was some psycho shit. It was awesome.
How sick is his beard? Like, come on.
Yeah, he'd be a perfect fit.
I'm beard jealous.
Yeah.
Flames fan, what's up? Mangiapane needs to be on PP1, says Lindsay, and Coleman on PP2. Agree.
Dude, yes, and the other thing is too, like, what is it? Rasmus Anderson? Do 5 forwards on that power play.
Yeah. Or put Branson back here. I want to see Branson. Noah says, seeing Gio in a packed Climate Pledge arena, also not hot. I'm still not over it.
No, me either.
When I see him skating around and wearing the C for Seattle,
scoring goals like that,
I'm still so bothered by it.
He scored that goal, and I was like, nobody on our D-core could do that. Nobody on our D-core would be even in that rush. They'd be 400 miles back behind the play.
Scores is patented from the coming down the boards. He just rifles it in there. He got a lucky bounce, but he always does, right? What have you guys thought of Rasmus Anderson so far?
He's been fine.
Says Henry. Hey, he's been pretty good since the season started. I think he's gotten better since the season started. I haven't minded him actually. Yeah,
he's been good. I'm just kind of like crossing my fingers that it's like, hey, he's back to normal and not going to be terrible ever again. And we'll never speak of the last season ever again.
Okay. You guys touched on it. This is the last not hot. Give us more bread and pickles, please. Mangiapane had less ice time than
everyone
last game.
Everyone except Dubé and Richie. Lewis had more. Lucic had more. Monahan had more.
And if you're not sure who Pickles is, I just learned this. It's Coleman. Blake Coleman is Pickles. Apparently he drank pickle juice on the bench one day, and now his nickname is Pickles. Give us more bread. Give us more pickles.
And why haven't we seen them why haven't we seen Backlund, Mangiapane, and Coleman together yet?
Why is Coleman not playing in the top 6?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, he's just sitting there. And I get they play him, and I actually do like Pitlick a lot. I liked what he was doing against Washington.
But you don't like him more than Coleman.
But I don't like him more than Coleman. Like, or Mangiapane, like, put him with, like, come on. Pitlick can be fine anywhere else in your lineup. He's going to do the same thing. I want to see more Coleman. Like, it drives me berserk when I see Brett Ritchie jumping over the boards before Blake Coleman. Like, I want to see him play more. I cannot believe he hasn't been on the power play. Like, you know what? You made a good point.
Score.
You're kind of cutting out again. Are you gone? Oh, you're there.
I'm back.
You made a good point. It's like, put him, switch, like, could Johnny and Lindholm been playing great together. Kachuk, like, he's been fine, but maybe he needs to get a spark. We know he plays great with Backlund. Put Coleman on the Gaudreau line. Reunite the 3M line.
Yes, like, fuck. Some of the things that would be so simple, but then I guess, I don't know, what do you do for the rest of your lineup? Sutter, look, as long as you're winning games.
Yeah, as long as you're winning games, who gives a shit?
And you're getting better and making strides, this power play, hey, you won the special teams. The only reason why you beat Washington is you won the special teams.
Yeah, and like Sutter said, we can't be relying on Lindholm to score 3 goals a game to win hockey games, right? And like you posted today, 90% of the Flames' goals have been scored by Lindholm or Mangiapane. Like, you're going to need goals from other guys. And, okay, number one, Mangiapane can't be playing less than 10 minutes a night. Ridiculous.
Fuck.
Number two, Blake Coleman needs to play more because you're going to be relying heavily. You brought him in to score goals and play a top 6 role. He needs to be playing more. And other guys need, and Monahan, like Backlund has no points. Monahan has no points. You're going to have to start scoring. And the way the forwards are being rolled out and deployed is kind of fucking that up right now, I think.
Dan Vladar has more points than Sean Monahan and Michael Backlund combined. Tiemann says Coleman's a perfect center player. Why the fuck isn't he playing? He actually likes Pitlick. He's physical, creates offense.
Yeah, I like Pitlick too a lot.
Him, Monahan, and Dubé would be nice. Yeah.
Totally. I mean, like, even put Pitlick with Dubé and Mangiapane or something instead of Brett fucking Ritchie.
Fuck, man. Oh.
But I don't know. I think Coleman would be really beautifully well placed playing with Gaudreau and Lindholm.
All right, guys, those are our 3 hots, 3 nots. Throw yours up if we missed any. And any last questions, comments you want us to discuss, talk about. We have the Rangers and the Devils. We're the Devils! Back-to-back nights. Rangers are undefeated at home or something. Rangers are doing pretty good. They're off to a good start.
I live in Calgary Flames world. I don't know anything about anybody else. I watched the Seattle game last night, and that's all I watched. Are the Rangers 3-0, 5-0, 0-5? I don't know.
I think they're like 4-1 or something. Was it 5-1 or was it 4-1 or was it 3-1?
I can't even remember the last time the Flames were in Madison Square Garden. Holy shit. It's been a long time.
Tiemann says Kachuk gets a lot of offense, but can't finish. It seems like he will, though. When you're shooting percentages down, but your expected goals is up, it just means it'll
if you can score on the power play. But whatever.
Talk about Kachuk jumping and batting the puck out of the air. Hilarious. I don't know why, but there seems to be confusion about that.
Why?
People are like, oh, he was trying to save a fan from getting hit by the puck. And then there are people like, oh, he's just doing it because he's Kachuk.
He was trying to prevent a penalty. He's smart as shit.
Backlund was going to get a penalty for delay game for rifling over the fucking glass like a moron.
As he usually does.
What is his problem?
He's got an allocation for 1 moronic penalty per game.
There's his nightly stick infraction.
In the offensive zone, usually.
Didn't even need to check the guy yet. You got a penalty. Rifles it from he does a jumbo John clear from his own end. Chucky knows it's going over. He says, well, what the hell? What if I try and stop it? What's going to happen? Turned out great because Backlund kills penalties.
It's funny that he even thinks about stuff like that, right? Like in the moment. That just cracks me up, man.
That's a play I've never seen before. You've been watching hockey your whole life, right?
I love Matt Kachuk.
Noah says Lindholm's coming out of the gates hot, and he's here for it. Dude is on fire.
Yeah, he's been great. And again, you're playing with Johnny Gaudreau. It's crazy what happens when you give Johnny Gaudreau proper line mates, eh? Like, imagine how many points he could have scored last year and the year before. He would have got to 500 a lot sooner.
Imagine if he wasn't playing with Brett Ritchie and the ghost of Sean Monahan for 85% of the season.
Imagine if it was Eichel was also on his line too, and Lindholm.
The sweepstakes are not over till it's over. Thoughts on the NHL doing reverse retros again? Why would it be a one? Why did they just do one season? It should have been like 3. It seems like a complete
I know.
waste.
It's a total waste. And I hate shit like that. Actually, I don't know if I hate shit like that. I would like if teams do like in the NBA where they have like 5 jerseys, but they're not just like one-offs. I don't like one-off jerseys. 5 jerseys that you regularly rotate through would be sweet. I don't like one-offs. One-offs are dumb.
And on a side note, God, we have sexy uniforms.
No, man, those white ones, holy smokes.
Every time they wear those white retros, I'm just like,
it looks so good. I can almost distracts me from the fact they suck half the time because it's like
I usually spend at least 5 minutes during the first period just being like, man, those look good.
I know.
Man, those look good. Hannafin has been steady in Tieman's opinion. Gaudreau, Eichel, Lindholm, Kachuk, Coleman, Monge. That'd be a sick top 6, Steven. Flames fan says, do you think Eichel will get traded in the next 2 weeks?
Nope. I don't know. I don't think so.
When's it going to happen? Christmas? That'd be a Christmas present for somebody, for a team.
I mean, can you imagine? I don't know. Like, it feels like it might not even happen at this point. Maybe
Buffalo's
it's an
doing
off-season
their
thing.
Annual, come out of the gates hot.
Yeah, they look good this year.
Weren't they were first place at the end of November last season?
Yeah.
Or season before, right?
They always pull this shit.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to jump off on the uniform trend. Thoughts on Seattle's? I love them. Do you love them?
Okay, the only thing that I have to say is, like, I hate dumb jersey patches. And that stupid inaugural season patch is ruining it. It's a beautiful jersey, but I hate those. And you know what? Like their away jersey, the white looks sweet. That teal really looks good in the white.
I love the home, man. The dark.
I wish the dark blue was a little lighter. It looks a little too meh. But I do love how big the crest is. Thoughts
on the ambience? That was pretty sweet, man. Did you see the
sweet.
Opening?
Oh yeah.
They have like the red lights and the weird like alarm, the cracking sounds about to release. That's fucking sweet.
That was pretty sweet.
That seems like a sick arena, man. That house was packed. Had playoff atmosphere.
The arena feels small in a good way, right? Like when you're watching on TV. It feels like, remember, I was never there, but I remember seeing like on old VHS shit, because I'm old, those like when it was in Winnipeg. What is the rink called in Winnipeg? I don't even know. But when they did like the whiteouts and shit, it was steep and small, and it just looked intimidating and also like cozy and shit. That's what the Seattle arena looks like. It looks like a junior rink that's too small, but it's like packed. It's sweet.
It's like 3/4 of all the stands or all the fans are in the lower bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, last few comments and we'll jump off. Isn't Eichel going to have a surgery first after trade? Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Probably. I think it's what he's hoping.
All the teams that are interested have agreed that they'll let him get the surgery before he plays. That's from what I heard. Freeman says if he doesn't get traded in the next 2 weeks, he's going to file a grievance. Hey, it's the NHL. What else would you expect? It's going to go to grievance then, right?
So stupid, man. Hey, no, I got to just complain about something else that just popped into my brain. I've been watching some NBA lately, and you know what? Hockey Night in Canada sucks so bad. It's ridiculous. It's so bad. You want to know why people don't like hockey? Turn on the intermission. You've got Elliott, who looks like an absolute clown. Like, he's got okay information, but the dude looks like an idiot.
And he thinks he looks cool. Shave your sideburns, Elliott?
Man, oh man.
Look, if you're going to go with the long hair, Elliott, at least trim the sideburns, bud.
And I mean, BX is good, but they need like 3 more BXs. That's what they need. It's painful to watch. I can't watch Hockey Night in Canada. The whole part of it.
What's the host? He's cringe, eh?
David Amber? Like, dude, what are you doing? Man. Like, why don't you go?
Trying too hard.
He needs to host like City Breakfast News or something, not Hockey Night in Canada.
How sick is the new Sportsnet graphics though with the players' faces and shit?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
All right. Pretty good.
We're gonna be recording after the doubleheader. If you want to hear more hacky tack, tune in.
We get it's the Adam Fox, Dougie Hamilton show, the next back-to-back. Hopefully Lindholm scores so I can fucking hear from all the fans about how I hate Lindholm, even though I don't hate Lindholm. I love Lindholm.
Ripper likes Hanarayan Singh. I do like Hanarayan Singh. I like it when he announces goals when the Winnipeg Jets sweep the Oilers.